Hi guys, 80 Hitman back. In today's video, I just wanted to share with you a thought you should have when you troubleshoot GPOs. So like a direction to think through. Let's jump directly into my environment. So I have a forest with a root domain. Today we will have in the scenario two domain controllers. It's DC1, DC2, and then a member server as my jump host server. Let's jump into the GPO we will talk today about. It is actually linked to the tier 1 underscore servers OU. So let's see what it does. It's already stating create folder. Then let's expand and we will see the only job is to create a folder named 80 Hitman on C on the root level. So let's also double check which computer object is inside this OU tier 1 underscore servers. For this, we are opening Active Directory users and computers. And we will see it is actually my jump host server. Now, looking at the jump host server, we expect that the folder got created. Here we go, 80 Hitman. So this is the scenario we are talking about. Now, someday it was decided that this folder is not any longer needed, so it needs to be deleted. The easiest approach is that we go back to our GPMC, to the GPO, and then edit it. Go to Preferences, Windows Settings, Folders, Open, and then instead of action create, we say delete, press OK. And now in the background, the SYSVOL replication will take place so that this GPU gets populated. And when we go back to the GPU itself, let's just refresh, see the action is now to delete the folder. Going back to our jump host server, let's open the Windows Explorer. The folder is still there. Now we open a command prompt. And because we know it's a computer settings, we will actually type gp update /target:computer. So with that, in bigger environments, you kind of be a bit more performant because now it's just updating the computer settings section. It is successfully completed, but we still see that the folder is present. So besides all the reasons we gone through the other videos like security filtering is screwed or WMI filtering was used, an additional custom entry in the delegation tab was configured, and all the other reasons, today we look into another direction. And for this, I want to first check to which this jump host server and the user account is kinda logged on, authenticated against. So we will use the command nl/test/dsgetDC:, and here we do see in the first line DC80H-DC2. So the domain controller is actually my counterpart for everything what I need in the context of the GPU. So that makes me think of, let's have a quick look if actually the GPU got properly synced through SYSVOL. For this, we kind of have two sources today I want to share. First of all is, just watch out here. When we clicked on the GPU tier X underscore create folder, we do have 4 tabs, but there is a missing tab I would like to see, and this is the status tab. And the status tab only occurs when you go to group policy object and then go to the GPU, and now you do have the status tab. Now what this is going to do is, like, specifically for that GPU, it will search the environment, the whole domain. If there is a difference detected between the versioning of the GPUs in the environment. So let's give it a shot. Here in the bottom, there is the button Detect Now. So let's press it. And when it detects a failure, an error, then actually we go to the section with the question mark. And it also reveals in which part of the environment he detects an issue. So GPU in general exists in two different areas. One, it's in the Active Directory, domain naming context, in the group policy container. The other part, you can say, exists in the SYSVOL folder. And here, when we go to the versioning, it says something is wrong with the version. So this DC, and this DC means the DC2, has the version 76, but the baseline DC, so DC1, it has already a 78. So actually something is wrong with the replication. Another source you can look up to kind of get an impression if something is going on with the SYSVOL replication. You can also use the event viewer, go to application and services logs, DFS replication, and you see here already some errors. And this error is actually saying, hey, there is a communication error with my partner DC2, and I will try it periodically to reach out to my partner, but for the moment something with the synchronization cannot work. So now we do know kind of, okay, something is not correct with the SYSVOL replication. Then at least you would start in thinking about, okay, what could it be? In my scenario, I just made it very easy, the simulation, and actually it is that I stopped the service. So obviously in your environment, you would have set up a proper monitoring for the standard services, which should run on a domain controller. And if they have some problems, then you kind of get notified. So to solve the problem, we will just start the DFS replication service on DC2, and it will not take long. Let's minimize the event viewer. Now we have the old status in the GPMC, and now I will just push the button again, detect now, and here we go. We see now the replication took place. Now when we go back to the settings, just as a refresher, we kind of now expect that the folder gets deleted on the member server. Now we know that the replication took place to the DC2, and this member server, including the user, is kind of in the context communicating with DC2. Now it should be ready to delete the folder, what we can see here in the Windows Explorer. Let's give it a try. GP update. And again, we target the computer settings and press enter. And it worked out. We can already see here on the left-hand side, the folder disappeared. So indeed, in this example, I simulated it just the problem very easily to stop the service, but I just wanted to let you know that sometimes we also need to look in a wider range inside the Win infrastructure, and it could be that we may face a SYSVOL replication problem. All right, that's all from my end. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Your AD Hitman.